To another episode of Overkill Trading. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at your guys' chart requests from over here inside of the Discord channel and also from the live chat. So if you got chart requests, go ahead and get them in here in the live chat. We're going to be covering all these chart requests here over the next few days. We're just going to keep going down the list here. We have done some due diligence. Shout out to Afra in the Discord. He has put together a playlist for us, so he put all your guys' requests into this playlist here, and we're just going to go down it. We're going to start from the top here at LTC, which is Litecoin. Litecoin is going to be the first request for today. So this thing's selling off. So you can see we got these green dots back here in December. That came right there around 74. So we got the red dot last week. So now it's coming back down, probably to test this support down here at around 60. So what you can do now that if there's a red dot on your chart, right, on your weekly chart, is simply just wait for another green one to come back. You could see this happened here back in July of 2024. We went green, red, green, and then we ripped. So, again, I think they're just flushing people out of the markets right now. I mean, all of these names are just extremely beat up, right? This thing's down 50% from its high back here in October, so that's normally when we're looking to buy, right? As long as this blue wave is below the white line, you guys know that we're in despair, okay? We are in despair on the names that we are buying, right? So you're buying down here, right? Despair isn't about sunshine and rainbows and having a good time and everyone's jumping for joy. No, despair is like people are depressed, people are not having a good time, people are freaking out, right? And that's where we're at in the majority of these, especially altcoins right now, just because all the excitement was happening up here and now it's pulled back, right? There was people buying up here at 140. Now it's down here. Maybe you were even buying at 80. I mean, even being down, right, 15, 20% still sucks. But again, markets always reverse, folks. Markets always go back up. So it's just a matter of determining, hey, where does it make sense to average down, right? If you entered on this green dot right here at 80, right, averaging down at 60 would make sense if it gets there. So with Litecoin, I'd just be waiting on the next weekly. So if you guys got chart requests on the live too, if you guys are joining live, feel free to get them in the chat. I am watching you guys. I see one here from Jordan for alts. ATLS or ALTS. This is that altcoin that, or not altcoin, but stock. So that's sitting up there at 250. It's pretty far off of our red zone here, but it looks like it's probably going to print a red dot here on the daily. So you could see a short-term pullback, but I think this one looks very strong here above $2 there. I see one for Microsoft as well. Microsoft's getting hammered. So I don't like big tech at all right now. I don't like big tech at all. With Microsoft, you just want to wait for that signal. That same signal we got back here in April, 360 all the way up to around 600. That's stuck in a pretty big downtrend. That was a pretty big break of support there. So I would love to buy Microsoft at like 400, but I told you guys with big tech names, I'm watching the monthly charts. Okay, I'm watching the monthly charts on big tech. I think Microsoft has a lot more room to fall. So I would be cautious. I'd at least look for a weekly signal if you're wanting to enter that one. Again, we're not entering if the dot is red on the monthly or the weekly. If the weekly chart is down here, that blue wave is down here, given a green dot, that's where we're looking to enter. We are down below the white line. Now you just need the signal there on Microsoft. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How's everyone doing today? Okay, we got some red today. But hey, folks, red days happen. It's okay. Stick to the plan. It's all good. Okay, everybody's down today. Everybody who's invested is down today. Okay, what matters is how you react. It all matters how you react. Are you going to panic and sell, or are you just going to hold the line and stick to the plan, folks? We have a solid strategy over here that is laid out for you in the trading rules, right? If you guys are new to the channel, we have a free trading course over here, completely free to learn about all the signals and how we approach the markets. But we did not buy for these prices down here. Okay, Mart is still looking really good down here at 10 bucks as well. Okay, again, the last time we got this signal was in April. That was 9 months ago. We went from 11 all the way up to 21. We are just ranging. Okay, what this is called is consolidation. Sideways action, folks. Sideways action. Okay, we're doing this. Okay, we're not going up like crazy or down like crazy. We're just kind of hanging out there on Mara. Okay, and that's the case with a lot of these names, like Ethereum as well. Ethereum's just sideways. Ethereum is literally right back down to where it was 3 weeks ago. Okay, look at this sideways consolidation. Let's just use the top of that at 34 and the bottom of that. We're just stuck in this range. we're going sideways, deciding what we're going to do, okay? Ethereum is still holding its green dot. I believe Bitcoin is still holding its green dot. So as long as the dot is green, we're bullish. If we flip to red, we just have to be prepared and have a plan, right? I think Bitcoin is still extremely bullish above 80,000, and Ethereum is still very bullish here above 2,500. So there's nothing to panic about on the macro time frames, guys. We are swing traders here. We're not looking at the 15-minute charts, okay, saying, "Oh my God, it's all over," right? We're out here looking at the longer term time frames. We have very solid support here, guys. Very solid support in this range. This could dip all the way down to 2,500 and bounce and still be bullish. So as long as the dot remains green, we're bullish on the names, okay? We are bullish on the names. I'm still liking ETH here a lot at around 3,000. What else we got? We got Hbar. Hbar is selling off as well. DOT is still holding. That one has very strong support down at the bottom of that liquidation event we had back there in October. You guys remember that one day we had where we just flushed and then sucked it right back up? Okay, I think 10 cents is a very solid level for Hbar. I'd still be a buyer of that name. So if you guys are looking for opportunities or places to add, okay, when we have the weekly signal down here, what you could do is zoom into the daily, and you could look for a daily signal. Okay, again, we're right back down testing where we were just a month ago, about 2 weeks ago on the first, 2 or 3 weeks ago on the first. We're right back down to that level. So that is support. If that support level breaks, we got to be prepared to buy it even lower. Okay, so if you buy it here at 10 and it breaks and it goes down to 5, what are we going to do? We're going to buy more. We're going to add to our position. We're going to continue to dollar cost average. Okay, but we know we're getting it at a good price when this wave is down here given a green dot. So in this range, I'm still a buyer of Hbar. Okay, I like it a lot more down here than I did up here at 30 cents. Okay, we were selling back here in August and September. Okay, so I still like Hbar a lot at 10 here. Clorox is still looking good too. So if you guys are familiar with our sell strategy, okay, when we buy on these green dots, you can see you got this green dot down here at around 99. That came back on December 29th. So again, you're just holding. Part of our sell strategy is to sell when we're in the red zone. So the red zone, this is a Fibonacci indicator. If you guys don't know what a Fibonacci tool is, I'd highly recommend checking out the trading course over here. Again, the trading course is completely free under the trading course tab. You guys can go watch that, but what we're looking for is the price up here in the red zone. We want to sell a red dot, okay, just like it had back here in November, a red dot on the daily chart in the red zone. So when we're investing down here, right, at these prices, we are buying for the prices up here, okay, meaning we are not selling until we get up here. Okay, you could take profits along the way. You could trim your position along the way, but ideally we are targeting this zone. So I still like Clorox, 150 to 160 be my target on that. I see a request in the chat for Ada Cardano. What is Ada doing? Ada's still holding on to its green dot. So again, we're right back down to where we were last month. Okay, the chart has not broke. Okay, above 30 cents, this thing is still bullish. If 30 cents breaks, we're probably looking somewhere around 25 cents for a bottom. So again, what I'm doing on ADA, now that we have a green dot there on the weekly, what we're looking for is a daily dot. Okay, and you could see that that could probably come this week sometime. So I'd be watching the daily chart on ADA this week. Again, you have the signal on the weekly. That's the macro signal. We've pulled back 50, 60%. This is a beautiful, beautiful area to be building a position around ADA. If you believe in the project and you think it's going to be around, I would be looking at the daily this week. Okay, a lot of these altcoins, I'd be looking at the daily charts. A lot of them still have a green dot on the weekly. You can see WIF has a red one. So again, I would be identifying the green dot here on the daily chart. You can see it bounced right there at 26 a couple weeks ago. Okay, December 31st, we hit 26, popped up to 52. That was a 100% move. You 2x your money right there, and now it's coming back down to potentially test that level. So as long as that holds on to 26, I think it looks good. We got AIOZ. This one's still hanging out around 9. I'd still be a buyer of AIOZ at these levels. Okay, green dot means buy. Green dot means accumulate. Again, if your chart has the green dot, or we are down here below this white line on the weekly, you should be in here on the daily looking for a daily dot to buy. I think this next round of daily dots on altcoins is going to be the bottom, and I think that's when you're going to see the macro move higher. As of right now, we are just sideways, right? Sideways consolidation. This is probably even more frustrating, right? When we just go sideways and we don't move, it's probably even more frustrating than going down, right? Because at least there's some price action. right? I mean, for the last 6 weeks or 9 weeks, I think it was, right? On Ethereum, right? We've gone sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks. We've just been going like this, okay? Kind of like this. You see, we did it back here in May. We just went sideways, 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 and then we finally broke out. So I like today's pullback. I really like today's pullback. Okay, the bears are starting to wake up again. Great. Come join the party, dude. Come join the party. We are still loving these prices down here at these levels, okay? And we are macro investors. So all of our trades here, folks, are for 1 to 6 months out. So if I call out a signal and it goes down the next day, you can't be mad because these signals are for 1 to 6 months out, okay? We are buying and holding, right? Waiting. Sprout Social, it's got a green dot there on the monthly. It's right down into support. So it's literally at the lowest price it's ever been. So if you believe in the project, then right, you're getting it at the cheapest price it's ever been. So I'd be a buyer if you believe in the project down here off that monthly. Yeah, I got you. Chainlink. Chainlink is still holding its green dot as well. So once again, we're just back down to the price we were at 3 weeks ago, guys. 3 weeks ago, we were at the same exact prices when we got the dots. Once again, we're stuck in a consolidation pattern, stuck going sideways here. Okay, sideways explosion, sideways explosion, sideways. Okay, I'm a dip buyer. I'm a dip buyer. I'm looking for the next round of daily dots on Link. If Link gets a daily dot and it comes like around $11, $10, I will be averaging down. But I think this is a great range for Chainlink. I really like these prices. $12 in the long run, I think, is an absolute gift for Chainlink here. Let's look at Ondo. Ondo's also selling off here as well. Again, green dot came right there. This one could potentially come down to 20 cents. 20 cents is right here. I know they just had a big token unlock. But again, they are doing everything they can to flush retail out right now. I'll tell you that. Again, this thing is down big from its all-time highs. Ondo was $2 back there in, what was that, December of 2024. It's down 86% since that time. So I will buy Ondo if it comes down to 20. If it comes down to 20, I will buy. I did not take a position on these signals here, but if it comes down to 20 cents, I think Ondo is going to be an absolute steal. So watching for that this week. Again, I'm going to revert you to the daily chart. I'm going to say, hey, look for the daily now that we got the weekly there on Ondo. SMCI, I see one from the chat from SMCI. SMCI still looks good. Again, we still got our signal, sideways consolidation. Okay, not moving, just sideways here. Okay, again, we are stuck in a consolidation pattern on a lot of these names. SMCI, when it breaks out really fast. This thing went from 25 to 60 or 70 in the matter of 3 weeks. That happened very fast. We've gone sideways here for the last 2 months. So again, just building the position. Okay, we are fully bullish still on SMCI. I see one here for HIMS. I still like HIMS here as well at 31. That green dot will be the signal to that the bottom's in. I have a pretty big position on HIMS here, right here around 30. I said if I'm going to buy it here at 30, if it goes back down to 20, I'm going to buy more. But watch for that weekly signal there on HIMS. What's the daily? Yeah, you could even buy the daily here on HIMS if you like that one. I think that one's trading at a really good price here. I see one here for Sol, S-O-U-L. Solana, again, right back down to where we were 3 weeks ago. And everyone's panicking. Up above 120, I still like Solana. The dot is still green, so we are still bullish. Okay, still bullish on Solana. It's starting the week off down 7-8%. Once again, support is still holding there. I'd put a stop loss on Solana at 115. If that breaks, we're most likely heading to 80. But as long as 120 holds, we're bullish, right? As long as the dot is green, the data says we are bullish. Okay, if it flips to red, we can obviously make changes to what we're doing. Either sell and get back in, or just look for a place to average down. I do like Solana a lot right here around 115. I like it a lot. Okay, and as long as that dot remains green, we are bullish. I'd be a buyer of Solana down here at these levels still. STX monthly dot is gone. Is that right? Yeah, it faded away, but the candle's still green, so it's still at a pretty crucial support down here. From 2023, we went from 20 cents up to $4. It's still back down there, but yeah, it did fade away. But there's still about 11 days left in January. So if we get a pump here, okay, if we get a daily dot, and we decide to go back up, that should come back onto the chart. That'll be an interesting one to watch here going into next week. Microsoft here again. I'm still bearish on Microsoft. Okay, That thing's coming down. What I'm looking for on big tech is a monthly dot. Okay, I want to see the monthly dot. If you guys would have bought this one back here in February of 2023 at 250, you would have made over 100% there. Just not a big fan of big tech. Just not a big fan of big tech. Netflix, same thing. Okay, just looking for the green dot there on the monthly. That thing's in free fall. It did get the weekly signal. It is trying to find a bottom here at 88. Honestly, I might take a stab at it if it hits 80. It does have the signal here, so maybe you could look for the hourly. I think 80's support, 80's current support. If 80 breaks, okay, we're probably coming down to 40 to 60. So personally, I want to see a monthly dot here on Netflix. Okay, if you want to take a stab at it here on the weekly, good. It's just up so much right now. Okay, it's just up so much. I kind of want to see one of these corrections right here. A big flush to the downside. Okay, and we're getting it. We're right in the middle of it. I just want to see it bleed out a little bit more. Okay, the MACD's pointing down as well. So I think it's had a really nice run. Okay, for our strategy, it probably isn't the best time to take a position here. What else we got? Am I still confident in my Ray trade? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I still like Ray a lot. Okay, it's still green here. I think this level right here at 90 was the bottom. 90 cents was the bottom right there from October. We're right back to where we were 3 weeks ago. Again, we're stuck in consolidation. Normally, markets go sideways for a long time before a big move up. So again, today is just business as normal. Nothing changes on this position at all. Okay, green dot is still holding there. I see one for AVAX in the chat. AVAX, that one's got a red dot. Okay, so this is where you can make a decision, right? You can either set a stop loss at that low at $11, or you could be prepared to buy more on the next weekly green dot. Okay, I still like this thing at 12. If it comes down here to 8 or 9, I would just buy more. So if we print red, okay, wait for it to sell off and then add more to the position once we get the next signal. Again, these are macro trades, guys. Look how deep that monthly is, dude. I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you right now, we haven't seen anything. We haven't seen a real altcoin season since 2021. And, you know, I think everyone's going to get very overly bearish here probably this week and next week. And then you're going to see a big move. There's so many bullish catalysts that are going to be passing here this year. We're getting rate cuts. We got the Clarity Act. We got a lot of things coming up that are very bullish catalysts that could send us higher. So I've told you guys this for the last couple of weeks. These prices, last couple of months actually, these prices are gifts. Okay, this dip today is a gift. You just don't know it yet. It's just a matter of what time frame you're looking at. If you're looking at for prices tomorrow, okay, that's probably not accurate. But we're not day traders. We don't try to guess where we're going today or tomorrow. We're trying to think, hey, where are we going to be at in 6 months? Okay, AVAX has a long way to go back to the red zone, all the way up there at 32. Okay, so what I'd be watching for on AVAX is a daily dot here. I would add on the next daily alert. And we call out all these signals over here in the Discord, guys. All the daily, all the weekly, all the monthlies, all the sell signals, and I tell you guys how to trade each signal right here in the dots and signals tab. It literally walks you through how to trade each and every signal here. That's all covered in our trading course as well. If you guys do not have these indicators, okay, you guys can download them in the trading indicator tab right here by clicking on this link. Okay, if you have any issues setting up, just email me overkill@overkillinvesting.club. Okay, you click that link, everything's going to load up into your TradingView account. Your screen's going to look exactly like my screen. We got SKL. I think this is a crypto here. Scale. Yeah, that looks pretty ugly. It does have the green dot, so if you believe in the project, I'd be buying it right there at around a penny. We got Path. So Path gave us a sell signal right there at around 17. It gave us another one right there around 20. Again, we want to sell the red dot in the red zone on the daily. That's up there at 20 bucks. This thing's getting hit really hard now. It doesn't have a green weekly. So where we're buying, again, our buying strategy is to buy these green dots on the weekly when this wave is down here below the white line. You can see that came in September at $10. It went up to 20 for a 100% move. Right now, it's trying to test and bounce on that $14 level. You could buy the daily here if you want to, if you think it's going to bounce on that EMA, but not my favorite trade. Our time to buy was right back here. Zeta, red dot on the weekly, just not interested. ACN, again, buying opportunity was back there at 240. If you're still in the trade, I'd just be targeting up here at 380 in the red zone. Again, if you guys do not know what the red zone is, this is part of a Fibonacci tool that we use. The Fibonacci tool is one of the most popular tools used among big money investors. It's a great tool to know. We go over it all in the trading course, but you can see the last time we got a red dot, the red zone was all the way up there at 400 on this, and it sold all the way off. Okay, that was your selling opportunity. So now what I'd be doing is just waiting for this price to retract up here, and then I would sell once we get back into this zone. So that one's still a hold. I would not buy that one here. Again, our time to buy was down here at 240, and we called that one out too, I'm pretty sure. That's right, discipline, patience, patience, patience. Okay, don't panic on red days. If anything, buy on red days. Do not panic. Okay, they want you scared right now. They want you scared. They want you selling right now. Okay, they want you to say, oh my God, it's over. It's all going to zero. Okay, despair is not sunshine and rainbows. Okay, embrace the suck. Have patience and be disciplined. Stick to the plan. Have a plan and stick to it. Okay, no matter what the news says or anything that's going on, have a plan. Have a strategy. Have a plan of attack, right? This is our plan. This is our strategy that we follow here to the T. And again, if you guys are not familiar with our strategy, I do have that free trading course over here for you. Completely free. I don't charge for education. You guys can check that out. Okay, but today should be a good day, right? We should want prices to go lower at this point, right? We should be jumping for joy at these prices right now. Let's look at 1 inch. I think this is a dead project, to be honest with you. I wouldn't touch 1 inch. I think there's some better names to own. I'd rather buy Chainlink or something. AVE is still green here. So what are we doing if the dot is green on the macro time frame, the weekly? We're in here on the daily. Okay, looking for a daily dot. Okay, so that thing could dip down to 120. It's possible. I don't know where the price is going to dip to, but once we get our signal, that's when we'll have a better idea where the bottom is. The bottom on the macro time frame is in this range between 120 and 150. So anything close to 120, I think, is going to be a gift on AVE if we get there. It's sitting at 150 again. These are just the prices we got 3 weeks ago. So I would be watching that support level right there around 145. Right there in that range, maybe 140. If 140 breaks, we're definitely going back to 120. So, again, the dot is still green, still holding. So we are still bullish on the name at these levels, looking to buy the pullbacks on these smaller time frames, okay? Look for either a 4-hour or an hourly to add to that position here when the time comes. We got Adobe. Adobe's selling off really hard, okay? This chart just looks very, very ugly. We're right back down here to where we were at 2022. These are 2022 lows, so about 4 years ago. Okay, we bounced right there and came up. So that's a pretty big support level right there around 275. I see a request in the chat for XCN. This one is still looking good. Okay, I still like this one a lot. On the weekly time frame, we're still pretty far down here. It's pulling back like everything else. Just look for the daily. Okay, if you want a place to add or look for a bottom, look for the daily alert. We have the weekly alert. Now all we need is the daily. Again, this thing had a big move from 4 cents all the way up to 0.014. That was about 180% move. We took some profits somewhere in here. I think it was right around 0.008, and now it's selling back off. Just looking for the daily on that one. AMBA just needs the weekly. Wait for the signal there on the weekly. AMKBY, we're selling that one. Okay, so when the wave comes back up here and gives you a red dot, we want to sell. Just like when it's down here, we want to buy. Okay, your buying opportunity was all the way back here in 2024 in April at $6. You could have bought this one right here in December at $9.50. That wasn't a bad entry. Really good trade there, but not looking to buy that one here. Let's look at the red zone. Yeah, we're up in the red zone now. So I would set a stop loss at 11 and let that one ride. APT. I think you're talking about the crypto. 150 is the price here. Looking for the monthly. Okay, watch for the monthly here on APT. So we got the weekly signal here at around 150. We're literally sitting at the same price we got the signal at. If you added on that one, there's no reason to average down because you're at the same price. I normally only like to average down if I'm down at least 20%. It's just basic math. I would look for the monthly here on APT. ARCH. That one looks very boring. I would not, I wouldn't, I don't know. I just don't like that one. Atom here. Atom's got the green dots down here as well. Again, we're stuck in this consolidation pattern. Looking for the daily there on Atom. The total market cap from the chat. Okay, it's still hanging out around 3 trillion. Once again, guys, look at this chart. You could see every time you were supposed to be buying crypto was when this wave was down here, give it a green dot. That was back in 2025, 2024, and 2023 for the last 2 to 3 years. Okay, that told you when it was a good time to buy. Right now is a great time to be accumulating crypto. Okay, we're right here in this $3 trillion range, up above 2.8. It looks fine. There's nothing to worry about right now. The chart still looks fantastic. Okay, what I'd be doing if you guys want to see where the bottom's going to be is look for the next round of daily dots. Okay, we're going to call those out over here in the Discord when they happen. Okay, and when they do happen, that's going to be our signal that, hey, this is the short-term bottom, because the macro bottom looks like it's already in, right? Total's still green. We're still bullish. Doesn't matter if it's down 6, 7, 8% today. If the dot is green, we're bullish on the macro time frame. This isn't a day trade. This doesn't mean we're going to make a 10x, 100x by tomorrow. This is a buy and hold strategy, 1 to 6 months out on all investments. We got the signal, what was that, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago? Okay, so we're about a month in. Again, our strategy is 1 to 6 months here. Okay, 1 to 6 months out on all investments. Okay, so 6 months pretty much minimum is how long you have to hold, right? If you want to see gains. Okay, sometimes it happens in a month, sometimes it happens in 2 months, sometimes 3, 4, 5. Typically, you see the big move happen within 6 months using this strategy. Okay, Ethereum, right? We got this signal last time back here in April at 1,500. People were laughing at crypto back here. People were laughing at Ethereum. Okay, everyone wanted to buy Ethereum up here at 5,000. No one wanted to buy it down here at 1,500. Okay, that went from April to August. April, May, June, July, August. That's 5 months to make 216, 221% return if you bought there and sold there. So 5-month hold. Again, we're stuck in consolidation right now. Okay, don't let them fake you out. Don't let them fake you out here, folks. Charts still look very bullish. If we do have another sell-off, we should be praising the Lord because we'll be able to buy things at a cheaper price. Okay, I still think this range right here will be the bottom here. Okay, again, we're sideways consolidation. We're right back down to where we were 3 weeks ago. Okay, this isn't a day trading strategy. This isn't a get-rich-quick strategy. This is a buy and hold strategy. Everything we do here is backed by logic, data, and discipline. Okay, the data says that every time this wave comes down here and gives you a green dot, it's a good time to buy. Okay, just like it was right there at 2,200, popped up to 4,000, 100% trade. 1,500 up to 5,000, 221% trade. Boom, right here in September 2023, 1,500 all the way up to 4,000. Okay, same exact signal right here on Ethereum. That's a nasty weekly candle to start the week off, but guess what? It's Tuesday. We have till Sunday, meaning if buyers step in and press this back up, which I think they're going to do. I mean, just by looking at how everybody's panicking today, right? We're down here. We're in despair, right? This is despair. This is not a fun time, right? It's hard to get on these live streams and be excited about it when you got red days like this. We're down here in despair. This is where everyone's excited. This is where everyone's having a good time. We're not in that season, right? I've told you guys a number of times to think of yourself as a farmer when you're investing. There are seasons to plant. We want to be planting down here, harvesting up here. Okay, sideways consolidation is a very frustrating time in the market. It's honestly very boring. Okay, there's not any action. We want the 10x tomorrow, right? We want our Lamborghini or whatever you guys want tomorrow, right? It's just not realistic when it comes to our strategy. There's no way to get rich. If there was a way to get rich, if you guys know of a way to get rich quick, let me know. Okay, let me know in the chat. I would love to get rich. I would love to be rich tomorrow. I would love to have millions and millions of dollars tomorrow, but it's not the case. If investing was easy, let me tell you this. If investing was easy, everybody would be rich. Okay, the reason trading the markets is a lot of people fail at it. Over 90% of people fail is because of their lack to manage their emotions. Okay, managing your emotions becomes very, very easy when you have a plan, right? When you have rules and you have the discipline to stick to those rules. Okay, it makes managing your emotions much easier because you're not making decisions based off emotion, but you are making decisions based off of logic. Okay, we need to think logically in these times and in these markets. Okay, Ethereum is down almost 50% from its previous high right here, so you're getting it at a 50% discount from the high. If you believe Ethereum is going to go back to the high, you're getting it 50% off that high. Does that make sense? It's like going to the grocery store today because groceries are 50% off. Are you going to not go to the grocery store because groceries are 50% off one day a week? Probably not. You're probably going to go on the day where everything's down 50%. We got to think of the same. We got to think in the same way when we're investing, guys. And again, if this was easy, everybody would be doing it, folks. So it's not for everybody. It's very hard to do sometimes. Like I mean, it's not the easiest thing. Like I said, if it was easy, everyone would do it. IBRX, we're taking profits. Okay, we're taking profits on IBRX. Why? Because we're up here in the red zone. You could wait for a red dot, but that's on you. I would at least set a stop loss at 6. Again, your trade was right here at 2. That's almost a 300% move. You just 3x'd your money. Merry Christmas. Now go find the next trade. Go buy some altcoins on this red day. Okay, rotate into something else. Okay, because that move's happened. Sidu, buying opportunity was down there. What's the daily saying? Okay, that one needs to hold on to $3. I put a stop loss at 3, let it ride. Your selling opportunity was right there, though, at $5. So I would make sure that one holds on to 3. USAR, that one's pushing up. Target on that one's up there between 35 and 40. Looks pretty good. Okay, I would just be targeting that red zone up there at around 35. That'd be my sell target. Feels like early 2022. I agree. I actually disagree a little bit. Because 2022 was back here. Bitcoin was at 18,000. If you guys were in the Discord back in 2022, I mean, I literally deleted my old YouTube channel because I got so bored because people just were not interested anymore, right? People just didn't even care about crypto anymore down here, okay? And there were some people in the Discord that bought this monthly alert back there in 2023. Bitcoin was 17,000. Obviously, they made a ton of money. Some of them are still in the Discord, still holding. But yeah, I mean, that was the end of the bear market back there on crypto, and it absolutely popped. So Bitcoin really needs to hold on to 80,000. If Bitcoin loses 80,000, yeah, you're going to see some blood. I agree with that. So if you're in Bitcoin, I would just use a stop loss at 80. Again, Bitcoin is still holding its green dot here on the weekly. So until we lose support, there's nothing to panic about. Okay, until we lose that $80,000 level, we're bullish because, again, we go off the data. We don't go off what Trump's saying or what anybody thinks, or we just go off the data. We just go off the chart. You can see every time Bitcoin pulls back here, it's a great time to buy. It was a great time to buy here, great time to buy here, great time to buy here, great time to buy here. Will this be a great time to buy? I don't know, okay? But what I can tell you is that $80,000 is the support. If 80,000 breaks, okay, Bitcoin will be in trouble. But until that happens, okay, we're not concerned about it. Xena got the signal right here at 3. That thing's popping up. That thing looks pretty good. I would just be targeting the top of the red zone up there at $8. DJT, nice little pop here today. We got the daily signal on this. Again, just going sideways this last month. Looking for that big explosive move to the upside. Target on that's still 40. What if altcoin season's already over? Then I don't know. I don't know. What if? It's going to come back eventually, right? It's not going to be done forever. Again, markets don't go up or down forever, guys. And we've been in a downtrend for the last 3 months, 4 months. I mean, these names have gotten absolutely clobbered. Okay, see that? Ethereum, boom, all the way down. Okay, we were selling Ethereum up in that range. We were selling Chainlink up here. Now we are building our bags again. We are reloading our bags. Buying down here, selling up here. I don't buy into the altcoin season. Altcoin season is just a dumb term, honestly, that people just use. Because people want to call altcoin season up here, but by that time it's already too late to buy. In my opinion, altcoin season's down here when we're at the lows because it's time to buy altcoins, right? Because I want to buy things at a low, not a high. People want to say altcoin season's up here. I don't care about altcoins when they've gone up 100, 200% already. I care when they're down 50, 60, 70%. That's when I want to buy. To me, that's altcoin season. Altcoin season is when you should be buying altcoins. Okay, retail thinks altcoin season is up here, which is when we should be selling altcoins, right? So again, all noise aside, guys, we just listen to the charts. That's what we do here. Logic, data, discipline. Okay, we look for the green dot down here. We look for the red dot up here. It's that simple. We don't have to make anything any more complicated. That's just what we do. Okay, that's just our strategy. If you have another strategy that you think works better or is awesome, then feel free to share it, man. Share it over here in the Discord. Tell us what you're finding success with. let us know. This is an open forum. Okay. I've been doing this for 9 years, and the last 3 years are the years that I've been profitable because I had this strategy dialed in and followed it to the T. That's how I've been able to be profitable over the last 3 years, is having a strategy, having a plan, and having the discipline to stick to the plan. Okay, not letting my emotions take control of me and make me make emotional decisions. Everything we do here is based on logic, data, and discipline. Okay, logic, data, and discipline. IONQ has got the signal there. I would be targeting up here at around 80 on IONQ. Comcast, these guys had a merger. This one still looks good. This one's still pressing up. Target on that one's up there at 35. Yeah, I totally recommend selling silver for alts, dude. I mean, silver's up here at 94. I said to sell it at 82. You made an extra 8% if you're continuing to hold, but eventually, right, the grade's going to kick in, and then eventually you're going to get this sell-off because nothing goes up forever, right? That's just the way it is. I like my chances of Chainlink hitting 28, just right back here where it was in September. That would be a 120% move or something like that, 127% move. In order for silver to go 120%, it needs to go to like $250. So that, again, that's just my stance. It's my strategy. I'm a technical trader. I'm not a fundamental trader. If you're buying silver because you think the world's going to end, well, what's the point? If the world's going to end, what's the point of having money? Right? Again, silver has done this. Silver went up like this in 2011. Okay, if you didn't sell back here in 2011 at $50, you felt like a dumbass because it went from 50 all the way down to 15 over the next 5 years. And if you were buying up here, you literally didn't make money from 2011 until right here in November of 2025. So you had to wait 14 years to get your investment back if you bought back here. So if you want to buy silver up here at 94, you're either a buyer or a seller, right? I mean, I guess you could be a holder, but again, that's just, as a technical trader, I am selling because the chart is oversold. I'm sorry, overbought. And again, these are for 1 to 6 months out. So if it goes up a little bit more, okay, congratulations. You were right in the short term. But we are long-term thinkers here. We're thinking for a minimum of 6 months out. I would totally 100% stand by my stance of selling silver here and buying altcoins, especially on a day like today when you got a big 5% dip. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Again, if you want to hold silver, I mean, imagine what people were saying back here when it went from $5 to 50. They were probably like, "Oh my God, it's the greatest thing in the world. It's going to 10,000 by the end of the year," and and then just to see your money evaporate, all those gains evaporate over the next 14 years and not even get to profit for the next 14 years. Just embarrassing. Like, I would be embarrassed to show my face in public if I did that, if I held from 50 all the way down to 15. So if you want to be greedy, if you want to keep holding, all the power to you. If that's what you believe in, just know that we're way up here. Like, we're in this territory on silver. So somewhere in here, we're going to top, and then it's going to go back down. And again, I've been doing this for 9 years. I've been doing this over and over and over again for 9 years. Yeah, buddy. 300 likes on this video, guys. 300 likes on the video, and I'll give away 100 XRP. If we can get to 150 likes here on the stream, 150 likes on the stream before we sign off. I only got a couple more minutes. I got a appointment I got to get to. So we're going to be back covering more requests tomorrow and Thursday. And then Friday will be our watch list, as always. Here's CPB. CPB, this is Campbell's Soup, giving you the green dot there. This thing's gotten annihilated here. I like it down here at 25. I'd be a buyer of Campbell's Soup if you believe in the project. We got gold. Gold's up a whole 3%, a whole 2% today. And congratulations, you're up 2 more percent. Gold's crazy, though. I mean, I'm not going to downplay this move on silver and gold. I just think at some point, I know at some point it's going to hit a top, right? And then those banks or whoever's holding is going to hit the sell button. It's going to come back down. I don't know when it's going to happen, but obviously this is a big macro breakout. Again, the yearly average is down here at 2,700. Okay, so you're literally sitting almost 50% off of the yearly average for gold right now. Okay, and you can see how price retracts back into that. So once again, if you look at this, the average, that white line, is the 1 year moving average. Okay, I'm sorry, that's actually that'd be 50 months. That would be the 5-year moving average on a monthly chart. The weekly's sitting right there at 36. So that would be the 1-year moving average. This would be the 4-year moving average. So again, if you're buying stuff way off of the average is the mean, you're buying it at a premium. So if you're still holding, congrats. But if you're buying up here, you're going to get slaughtered. You're going to get absolutely slaughtered. So I don't know who's buying gold up here or silver. I don't know who's selling altcoins at these lows, but you know what? I don't have to know. All I know is that I'm going to stick to the plan, stick to the chart, stick to the rules, and remain disciplined. That's all we can do here. So gold's pressing up here. I don't know where it's going to break. I don't know where it's going to stop, just because, again, we're in a blue sky breakout right now. So I would be a seller of gold and silver. I will die on that hill, and that's just where I'm at. I would sell gold and silver and I would buy Chainlink. This is the #1 play for crypto in my book. Okay, all this stuff with the new financial system can't happen without Chainlink. And it's literally down here at the lows we got back here in 2025 and in 2024, down here at $12. So that would be my move if I was holding silver or gold. Yep, real estate's a great long-term investment. CRML, red dot. It's got a red dot here today, so you want that one to hold on to 15.5. I would set a stop loss probably at 15 on this one, maybe at 14.90, since you got the red dot there. That way, if it goes back to 8, you're protecting your profits. But if you bought right here in January at 7, I mean, you're already up 200-300%. So I'd probably trim some on that, especially if you got in right here. Again, I know everyone's super bullish on metals and silver and gold right now, but that's what this is. Okay, that's what this is. Okay, this is when everyone's super bullish. Everyone's telling you how great they are, and so on and so forth. It just happens over and over again. They get their bull goggles on, and then it comes down eventually. So I would not touch CMRL here. I would be taking some off. I would be trimming some profits here, or using a stop loss at like $15. TAC just needs the signal. That looks good. That looks like it's going to bottom right there at 12. So that looks pretty good. Does it have a daily? That has the daily too. So if you're going to buy this one, I'd use a stop at around 1180. I would look for the green dot on the weekly for confirmation, but that looks pretty good, bouncing there off the yearly moving average at 12. SUI. Oops. SUI is still down here. Okay, right? We got the signal at 135. You're still up on this position if you got in on this signal, by the way. 135 is where it came, and it's sitting at 150 now. So again, I'm going to revert you to the daily chart. Look for the daily dot when it comes, and when it does, I would look to add to the position if it makes sense. But again, my entry's like 140 on this, so I'm still in profit. So I'm not looking to average down in this position. The only place I'd look to average down on SUI is if it dropped to like $1. If it came down to $1, I would buy more SUI. But until that, if that even happens, I wouldn't average down my position, because again, I bought right here at 140. Okay, and now it's sitting at 150. I'm up a little bit on it, but again, this is consolidation, guys. This is sideways action, sideways action, sideways action. Okay, the smart money loads up when things are going sideways. This is when we go up and down and 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 up. And then pretty soon we're going to get this big explosive move, and everyone's going to be talking about it again. Everyone's going to be saying XRP's going to 10,000 by the end of the year, so on and so forth. Okay, we call that the new paradigm phase, the delusion phase. I think we're right here on silver. I think we're in delusion, new paradigm, right? It's going to be the new financial system. It's going to, take over the world. China's doing this, Trump saying that. Okay, I do think there's going to be a top very soon on metals. And once you see the top on metals, I think that's when you're going to get the rotation over into these beat-up names like altcoins like SUI, Ethereum, Chainlink, all the names. Think about it, right? I mean, if I'm a smart money investor, if I have billions and billions of dollars, right? I mean, trillions of dollars. If I was buying back here at $20 to $30, and I'm up 300-400%, should I just keep holding forever? I mean, should I just keep holding forever and get stuck in some situation like this? No, I would sell. If I was smart, I would sell, right? The smart money can't sell unless there's people buying. So as retail's piling into silver and gold now at all-time highs, these guys who are buying at $20, $30 are selling to them. Does that make sense? So when these guys sell up here, they want to buy back down here. So I would rotate, as I've said it millions of times, I would rotate silver into something like Chainlink or Ethereum or some cryptocurrency that is beaten up, that has long-term potential like Chainlink. Okay, buying Chainlink down here at 12 is like buying silver back here at 20. Okay, the only difference is if you bought it here at 20, you had to wait from 2023. That was a 3-year hold. If you guys are still waiting on this, I doubt many of you are. Some of you are. I know Frank still has his silver and gold, and a lot of you guys are crushing it. But again, I don't want you guys to get greedy, right, and get into a situation like silver, like back here in 2011, would have went from 50 all the way back down to 14, right? Because right now it feels good, right? You're on that high. You're having a good time. You're on top of the world, right? It's a great feeling to nail a trade like this. But again, emotions kick in. You get greedy, and then you watch your account go back down here, and then you go into despair, right? Then you go into depression. Then you're not having a good time. Right now, altcoins, it's depressing. It's depressing to be an altcoin holder right now. It just is, right? That's our emotions thinking that, right? That's not the logic. Logically, we need to be loading up, doubling our bags, tripling our bags, continuing to buy, right? Because we're down here. We're not up here, right? This isn't everyone's jumping for joy and it's all rainbows and sunshine. No, this sucks, right? And that's when you want to buy. You have to embrace the suck. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So again, that's my 2 cents. And again, I might be wrong in the short term. Silver might go to $100. It might go to 150. I don't care. If I was buying silver, I would have been buying it back here in 2022 at $18 to $30. I would never buy it up here. Never. Whoever's buying, I don't understand who's buying up here. I don't know who's buying. Okay, the shorts are covering their shorts or whatever, from what I've heard. Okay, but again, this has happened in the past. We've had a big parabolic move on silver before. Okay, Bitcoin does the same thing. Bitcoin has a big parabolic move, and then it goes all the way back down. Then it has a parabolic move, then it goes back down. So, once again, this is just technical analysis, folks. If you're buying silver or gold for fundamental reasons like the world ending or something crazy happening, all the banks collapsing, World War III, whatever, that's fundamental reasons. That's not technical reasons. As traders, we look at the charts. Okay, we go off what the data says. Okay, what the data says is that silver and gold are both very overbought up here. Okay, if you're still in it, take the dub. I mean, take the dub and rotate into something that's beat up. That's what I would do. KVUL, target on that's still 24. I'd be a holder of that. LCX, I think LCX is a crypto. Yeah. LCX down here at 5. Again, you got the green dot, so what you should be looking for is the daily. So right down here where we were 3 weeks ago at 5 cents, you're sitting at the same level as we were 3 weeks ago when we got the signal. So I like it at 5 cents. What do you mean what happened to the market? We're right back down to where we were 3 weeks ago. I mean, we're just back here on December 29th. Ethereum was at 2,900. It's at 2,994. So again, we're just consolidating here. We're consolidating, going sideways. You have an average of 179 on SUI. Not too bad. Nope. That's not a bad average at all, especially if you believe it's going back up here to the red zone. It will retract. Okay, if it goes back up there, that's 170%. So again, people want the 170, 200% boost, but they can't sit through a little 5% dip. SUI, I think, will be a great place to average down if you're in at 180 or 179 on a daily dot. I already covered alts and ADA. You're going to have to watch the replay. How's XCN doing? You're down 50% on XCN, so you bought the top. You bought up here. We were buying XCN down here off the green dot right there. Boom, at 0.04. I'm still up 50% on my position. I'm just staking it. I'm just staking it and holding it. I would look to average down on that if I was you. If you're down 50%, you're going to want to average down. But I would look to average down on a daily dot when that thing comes. Oh, you're saying it's down 50% off the top. Gotcha. Yeah, it's looking good. Really, I'm watching daily charts. On altcoins this week, I'm watching for daily alerts. Since we have our weekly alerts, we don't really need to watch for those. I just be watching for these pullbacks now on the macro or on the micro time frames for these green dots here on the daily. That's going to be it for today, folks. I'm going to continue to cover these names tomorrow and Thursday. We'll continue to just knock these out. So tune in for tomorrow's live stream. I got to get to an appointment here. If we can get this video to 300 likes on the replay, if you guys are watching the replay, I'll give away 100 XRP to somebody over here inside of the Discord. So hang in there, folks. Stay disciplined. Be patient. Okay, do not panic on red days. That's the worst thing you can do. Okay. I still log in here on red days to show you guys, like, hey, this is part of the market, right? If it was just green and good all the time, again, everyone would be doing this, but it's not. So we just got to remain disciplined, continue to fight, continue to be patient, continue to be disciplined, and just stick to the plan, folks. If you guys are new, I highly recommend checking out that trading course to see how we approach these markets. And I like XCN here, by the way. I do like it. I just want to average down there on that daily. So the replay's posted right over here inside the Discord. So if you guys joined a little late, just come over here and watch the replay. It's going to be available right here on YouTube. I see one more for Sky, for Plume. Plume, they had a token unlock. So again, this thing's diving. I would look for the green dot here on the daily. Watching the green dot on the daily. They had a token unlock, I believe, today, but we're watching 0.009 there. That's where we bottom there and bottom here. I think this thing's very close to a bottom, so I would continue to hold. I will probably be looking to average down on this one on a daily dot, okay? And then again, our target's up here, guys. I don't know when we're going to come back up to these prices, but normally it happens within 1 to 6 months of the time we get our signal. So we're about a month and a half in right now. So we got another like 5 months for this thing to play out. So I think anywhere between May and June, sell in May and go away might actually be in play this year. But right now, these are just prices to accumulate, guys. We should be accumulating. If you're going to work, take a little bit of each paycheck and continue to load your bags at these levels. And when the price comes back up, right, when we get our move here back up to here, this is when we're going to be taking profits. As of right now, as long as the wave is down here, we are loading the truck. We are accumulating, not panicking, just continuing to add to our bags. So hang in there. Hopefully you guys got some value out of this. I'll see you guys on tomorrow's live stream for some more chart requests. God bless you guys, and we'll see you soon.